You return to your double-splayed, upturned body. You return to your double-splayed, upturned body. Busy mouth. No action. A set. A firm slap. Don't fuck around. Straight. You stand up. What? You return to your double-splay. You slip the tab into his mouth. It feels dry, hot. The medication swims through his body, drawn with every breath, every beat. There's something wrong. Nothing is happening. No movement, no reaction. Lungs exhale, hair grows. Not at all. The rhythm of Pseudopod's pulse dances like code against thump, thump, a dead heart. You take out your lighter, press the flint wheel to its familiar groove in your thumb. Nothing. A ripple of goosebumps across your back. In the absence, this is not an unconscious body. It is a breathing corpse. The bed welcomes you for a soft slump, the waking world away. Peeling wallpaper hangs above your bed. Faded patterns, a great void of a shadow from a passing aero train. Bagman watches on approvingly as you secure his position. You step back and survey your decorative efforts so far. Paper on paper, dwarfed. You've been starved of art. The wall feels less dreary.
Vending machines are basically a 10,000-year-old grift. You ever think about that? Picture this, right? There's this hairy guy, the Paleolithic hustler. He's stuffing berries in a tree hole. And then he gets an idea. This prick finds a big, heavy stone and drops it over the hole. You want berries? I'll give you some. For a flint or a seashell. Boom. History's first vending machine.
Brute animal cunning is enough to invent capitalism. Post-historical materialism.
Some other guys pushed back, definitely. But without berries, most of them starve to death. Point is, the grift works, even on you. You're broke, yet you keep walking past those glowing boxes where descendants of the hustler are hoarding not stuff, money. The standardized berry of the modern world. No longer necessary. Fuck that primitive grifter. Pin him under his own rock and reach the fuck into that tree hole. You can already hear the pseudo-verbal sounds of proto-hominid liberation.
You return to the fold. You leave the trousers as they were. You return to the desk. The red folder is still sitting on its surface. You turn away from the desk. The stereo is right where you left it. You step away from the... The bed welcomes you for... The anticipation of a decent rest pulls you towards the pillow. You return to the desk. The red folder is still sitting on its surface. You turn away from the desk. You return to the desk. The red folder is still sitting on its surface. You turn away from the desk. You return to the desk. The red folder is still sitting on its surface. For Cascade, all will be forgiven. For Cascade, all will be forgiven. cheek smudged against floor. Your double doesn't seem to be focused on you at all. The haze of light reflected in the grubby window calls you outwards. You turn away from the deck. You return to the... In just a few words, the worst failure of your life is reduced to... Previous assignment, Portofino 88 to 91. Network, whole sick crew. Operants, Cascade. Assets. A secret the Opera has elected to keep from itself. Obvious. The Opera wanted him to know what sort of spy he'd be. Most recent assignment, Novessa, 91 to present. Satellite Facility B. AKA the Freezer. The Opera's labyrinthine archival complex, where the... Or very occasionally, until fate recalls them to the... The folder shuts itself with a tiny sigh. You turn away from the deck. You return to your double... The fax machine awaits orders, image quality, and you turn away from the...
I'll print. Very well.
She gives you a nod.
That's understandable. It's been... Of course. I'll be here if you require...
The stall has been left unattended. A handwritten sign teeters on top of one of the stacks of books. Relic of the district's more. A few scrawled tags separate the various teetering piles into vague sections. A shelf of scuffed books are united by their preference for black and... Two of the titles stand out to you above the... No, totally. Despite its dull cover, the book resumed. Hundreds of printed... You turn away from the...
Drift away, Stardust. I'm a second-hand dream dealer, but I'm the only dream you got. What is that? This isn't peace. No, but ultra, Violetta. Wow. Have you been living in an undeveloped nation? Ultravioleta, the hyper-tier L-pop star. Lucian Electropop. No idea what I'm talking. Don't be mean. We're representing the ultras right now. This is what we call fan shifting. We become Ultravioleta, and we sing her songs as an act of faith. Why do you have that? How did you get that? That's secret UV lore, not for someone. Ultras are ultra fans of Ultravioleta. It's a lifestyle commitment. Respect for the martyred ultras. All right. Mass suicide. So chic. They didn't even have to plan. They just heard the lyrics and knew. We live on the ground floor. I'd have to, slit my throat or something. It was only that one time, don't worry. Live recording on the radio. Yeah. It's been a few weeks. She'll be back. She's probably just hiding from all the publicity. Or it's all a promo thing for YBFAD. I heard that too. My brother says they're going to come for us next. Nah. If they were protesting or whatever, then they'd say so. Yeah. We're fan shifting, right? We like to do it together. It's fun to make the costume. And it's nice to sing to the world. No. In fact, stay where you are. I don't want... We're not pretending. Like that guy with the weird headphones the other day. He was so weird. He came up to us out of nowhere and said, in some territories, impersonating the monarch is a crime punishable by death. Death. He didn't say fan. He said devotee. Oh, maybe that's why Ultravioleta's been missing all this time. Maybe not weird, scary. No way. But he looked so old. It's unreal. Like... You need it. You deserve it. Look at your hair. She's harsh, but if she weren't a little horrible to you... Sure.
vending machine awaits your select. The machine is as... You're confronted by a striking image. A handgun lies across her lap. On the table next to her, a beverage in an appealing slim can. This woman is being paid to convince you it is. It's nothing like the ones they have back in the People's Republic. The woman's fingers caress the weapon. Effa Red and Black Special Edition. The can is adorned with a handful of coffee beans. She knows you're watching. The shutter's release captured them. She is nothing. An actor. Like the young, capable, pretty, yet also shy and approachable classmate you imagined in your dream. The words begin to blur before your eyes. Your eyes snap back into focus. The woman, the gun. Dried flakes of paste drift to the pavement. The tiles of this plaza seem to radiate outwards from the strange tree at its center. Unlike it, you leave the An old bench kneels in your presence, marks to be revered from seeing many people over the years. You turn away. You find yourself before the strange tree once more. Yellow tree. You leave the You find yourself before the strange... Yellow. Time passes. No one takes note of you either. The tree sways. You leave the mist. You find yourself before time passes. No one takes note of you either. To wider key sock, you're simply... Nothing much happens. Yellow. Tree. You leave the mistake. You find yourself before the strange tree once more. Time passes. No one takes no... Nothing much happens. Yellow. Tree. You leave the mysterious... You find yourself before the strange tree. Yellow. You leave the mysterious... You find yourself before the strange... This is Ginkgo lucifera, an old Lusian ginkgo, planted... The exact reason escapes you at the moment. Suffice to say, wherever you... Yes, and you're still just an ape. Time passes, but you take... No one takes note of you either. Nothing much happens. You leave the old Lusian... The machine is still set. No one would notice or care. You're in the clear. You jangle it around for a minute or so. No need to muck about here with fiddly little Using all your strength, the machine's legs lift off the ground. Shakedown successful. This is gang property now. The refreshments remain.
Bored? What do you want? Not even a letter, you know? By God. So there's no hope for him. He's beyond the reach of science. Any man who doesn't rise up, still hard, from my treatment is functionally brain dead. Another man lost the last.
He offers a limp salute and bows it.
But it's not all bad. As a doctor, I am qualified to tell you. Whatever the fuck you want. Ride him, bury him, dress him up in a silly little outfit. Nothing more than a pragmatist. Mourn as long as needed, of course. But after that, party. You're not dealing with a person anymore. What did the swine do this time? Yes, enough. I already told you. If the first dose didn't work on you, I have just been pondering what effects it might have on the female. Get me back my personal effects, and you'll have access to all the anti-last. Anything for a fellow fuck. Adios, patient.
The teenage boy nods hesitant.
Okay. I don't... What?
Deadlines. Yes, I'm missing them. I need to feel like it's been a very bad quarter.
The air fills with.
I said I wanted you to touch me,
It would be a lot easier to the slow river.
tell me. I'm so...
The air fills with
If I said I wanted you to...
It would be a lot easier to form a The slow rhythm is hit.
Tell me. I'm so...
The air fills with erotic bleating as you.
If I said I wanted you to...
Perversion. Developed world variety. But
Please. I need to feel like my position's in jeopardy.
lanky, malnourished. His physical form is an object. His muscles and heart evident in his paw. What comes to mind is a handkerchief, buffeted on a night wind, from the most expensive private universities in the world, already set on life's glide path. Wall de collage, Super 130, looks more expensive than it. It makes no sense to most men either. His only source of relief is the sweat seeping into the fabric of his wind-whipped collar. The old pilot was correct. This man works for MTAR.
I need to know that if I don't pull this off, billions of soul worth of international loans, and tell me you'll report me to human capital if I displease our counterparties.
Now if you could just get his attention.
Uh-oh. I think I forgot someone.
No response.
Oh my god. You can't do that to me.
With a jolt and a sharp glance. Unacceptable. The people's representative won't be
You know so much, and I so little. The power differential is great.
Like it or not, this is indeed one of the men allowed to decide.
I'm your faithful dog.
For his services at this payphone, he is paid nothing. He leans away from you, resting his forehead against the mouth.
This is a private phone call. Please excuse... I saw her talking to the old pilots earlier. They must have sent her to listen in. Do I want her to watch? Oh, maybe, in theory, but you should see the way she's dressed. She looks like an encyclopedia.
He whirls around.
I asked you politely once. Now,
Tell me that kind of language is unacceptable. It's the influence of the gap. I hardly recognize myself anymore.
More. Harder. Again.
I'm under assault! If this is it, tell them. Tell them it was in the line of duty. Questions? You violate my space and think I have time for questions? My job concerns the fates of nations! This is not a drill!
Fear. Hatred. Good. He won't brush you aside so easily now.
I'm sorry. I've attracted the attention of one of the lumpen pros. If this mysterious gap doesn't kill me, one of those violent locals will. I've got to go. I'll call you again when it's safe.
With that, the man gently sets the handset back in its cradle and slinks off.